In this Stratitec video, we demonstrate how easy it is to refill the typical cartridge set using the HP-compatible 564 cartridges as our example. The 564 set is the same design as the HP 920 set and also similar to the Canon cartridges we sell. Be sure to work in an area where you can easily clean up an ink spill if necessary. We recommend putting down a base of newspaper or paper towels. Begin by removing the fill plug and uncovering the vent hole. Please note that some cartridge models are slightly different, so refer to the instructions that come with your product to know which hole is which. Fill your syringe with about 10 milliliters of ink and slowly inject it into the fill hole. These cartridges have sponges inside that soak up the ink. Some refillable cartridge models are spongeless, but they essentially are filled in the same manner. When filling the type of cartridge demonstrated here, you want the sponge to soak up as much ink as possible. When you are done, you will have a 5 to 10% gap at the top of the cartridge to allow air to flow through the vent hole. As you can see in the video, after the sponge has been given a few seconds to soak up the first injection of ink, a second slow injection is necessary to reach the target level. Repeat this procedure for each cartridge and replace the filling hole plug. If you do not completely fill each cartridge to full the first time, you can always come back later and top them off. In a minute we will show what all the cartridges should look like after a top off. Remember, it is important not to overfill them. Many times the sponge inside the larger black cartridge will be more dense than the sponge inside the other cartridges, which causes it to absorb very slowly. There is a technique that may be required to force it to soak up the ink during the initial fill. After putting some ink into the reservoir, remove the needle from the syringe and force the end of the syringe into the fill hole. Lift up and down on the syringe plunger as demonstrated until the sponge has soaked up the black ink. Repeat this procedure until you have filled the cartridge, but be careful not to overfill. If the ink level gets too high, it may leak from the vent hole. Here you can see all the cartridges properly filled. Note the level and how much space is left at the top. Don't worry if you don't match the levels exactly as you see here. However, it is better to be off by less than to overfill. Some cartridge sets, like the one demonstrated here, come with print head seals that are designed to tighten the fit between the refillable cartridge and the print head. If you find you are not getting a tight seal, you will want to install them. The last thing we will demonstrate is how to remove and reinstall the orange clips that come with this cartridge model. The clip is meant to keep the cartridge from leaking while it is being filled or in storage, so be sure to keep them handy since you will need them for your next fill. After refilling the cartridge, a small amount of ink in the bowl of the clip is normal. With the clip removed, snap all the refilled cartridges into your print head and power up the printer. Like with the installation of any new cartridge, it may be necessary to run the print head cleaning routine to purge the print head and get the ink flowing again.